Okay, so this is me just basically crying right now because I've hit this point, which is like one of the stupidest rock bottoms that I've ever hit. Just realizing that what I'm doing is pathetic. Not maintaining myself, not maintaining my life, and I'll talk about it a little bit more later on after I'm feeling better, but I just wanted to capture this moment to show you that this is real. That these tears are real, that the feeling really exists, and I'm a human, and I want to show you this side of me, that way I can talk about it later. Okay, so I am doing better now, but I just really wanted to show you at that moment in time that, I am an emotional person in my life, and I get emotional about who I am and what I'm doing. And really that is the entire motivation behind why I'm making videos on this YouTube channel, why I'm trying so hard to live a better life and to try to understand things and give you advice for yourself, because it's all coming from these feelings that I have towards myself and my own life. So what you just watched was a particular moment where I was upset and disappointed in myself because I failed to take care of things that I knew I needed to do. Part of being a mature adult is taking care of your responsibilities and doing things like going out buying groceries and paying your taxes and getting haircuts and doing things for yourself, taking care of your own household chores, maintaining your automobile, just all these stupid things that you don't really want to do but you have to do to live in our society. Well, I kind of was not being responsible. I was living like a slob. I let my house become very messy and uncleaned, and I let dishes pile up, and it's very disgusting. And it got to the point where I had a request from one of my friends to come over and visit me, and I had to decline it because I was embarrassed about the way that I was living. In fact, I told a lot of people in the past month that I would visit them or go out to lunch with them, and I never did. So I made promises to people that I didn't keep, and I didn't keep my own promises to myself. Like I didn't fulfill all those things that I said I wanted to do. So what this left me feeling was I felt pathetic, and I felt disgusted with who I was because I wasn't maintaining a good life and a good quality of life. So I was feeling like a pathetic person, and it really made me break down in that moment. So essentially, like I said, I kind of hit a rock bottom moment where I said, this is enough. This is as far low as I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna go any lower than this. I'm gonna take the opportunity in this moment to use all this anger that I have towards myself for being pathetic, and I'm gonna use it to create better habits. And sure enough, with all that energy that I had at that particular moment earlier, I got my shit together, and I took care of all the things I needed to take care of. I made some phone calls. I cleaned every inch of my home, and it just, I felt better after getting all this stuff done. So my question to you is, have you ever felt disgusted with yourself? Have you ever felt like you were pathetic? And my guess is that there have been times where you let yourself down. My belief is that sometimes it's not until you reach that point of disgust or that point of rock bottom that you will begin changing your behavior and adjusting what you do. Because when you hit that moment in your life where you have the realization that you are not okay with living the way that you are, or that you really want to be different, it's not until that point that you will even have any motivation at all to do those things that you say you want to do. I think that is really just a really powerful moment. It's basically you're just looking in the mirror at yourself and saying, I'm going to do something better for myself. I'm going to choose to live a better life, one that is up to the standards that I want to hold. Okay, so the one thing that I really think is important to take away from this video, something that you can benefit from, is to understand that sometimes, unless you get to that point where things have built up, or where you begin to actually be able to see what is going wrong with yourself, and you can reflect on yourself. If you don't ever reflect on yourself and look in the mirror, then things are never going to change. And that's really the most important thing for you you to do and for you to remember. Now, do we want things to get out of hand? Do we want to lose control of our life? Do we want to let things build up to a point where we are overwhelmed with difficulty in our life? No, we don't. We don't want it to ever happen in the first place. But by that all happening, by that taking its course, by you letting your life fall apart, or you're not responsible, you procrastinate, you're just not disciplined well enough, if that's just the way that you are, then it's only natural and it's only predictable that that's what's going to happen anyway. So in some way it's almost a good thing that you let all this bad stuff happen, because and actually realize it, because the quicker that you realize your own self and the way that you are living your life, it's not until you realize that and identify what's taking place that you can actually intelligently know how to make better decisions and change and work on growing and becoming more disciplined. And really that's really just what the idea of maturing as an adult in your life really is. I mean, that's basically what I'm going through. So kind of the point of this video was to really just share with you my thoughts, my feelings, and my experience, because I really want to document the way that I'm feeling and stuff like that. So hopefully somebody like you can relate to this and possibly take something valuable away from it. Personally, I don't know if there's anybody else out there really doing things in a similar way to what I'm doing, or at least something as specific as what I'm doing right now. I can't tell you anybody who's out there sharing their feelings and being completely honest and vulnerable like this, and making YouTube videos kind of documenting while at the same time sharing their opinion on what is best to do. Like I try to give advice, but sometimes I really don't know what the best thing to say is, so I simply say, listen, I'm just going to share with you what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling, and I'm going to share with you some ideas that I have to live a better life. But I mean, obviously I'm still in the process of learning this myself. So I hope that you see the value in what I'm doing, and that you choose to follow me here on YouTube, and follow me like by liking my Facebook page so you can stay in better contact with me, because by doing that, you know, you're giving me a chance to really prove that I'm doing something that is important. I think that I'm doing something unique, something special, something extraordinary that can really make a difference in people's lives. I hope that, you know, my honesty and my vulnerability and just the way that I construct my thoughts and the way that I organize things is good enough for you to share with other people. Part of my purpose in making these videos and sharing with you my experience is I want to be able to prove to myself and to certain people that I can make myself better. You know, of course, maybe with the help of other people or the inspiration from others, or even just my own self-education. But basically, whatever that is, I just want to be able to show that I can go from being depressed, I can go from not having a clue what to do with my life, and basically just going off of the initial inspiration that I have, and prove that I can do something with that, and I can manage my life well enough to be successful and to be overall happy with myself. I want to be able to share advice with people. I want to be able to provide wisdom and hope to those that don't otherwise have it. But if I can't do that effectively, at the very least, I just want to be able to share my experience and share the ideas that I've learned about personal development. So that's really all I want to say in this video. I really reached a point today where I felt pathetic and I was not okay with the way that I was living. So if you like this video, if you thought it was good, then please share it, and please subscribe to this YouTube channel. And if you can relate to that feeling, then just remember to always be looking in the mirror, reflecting on yourself, and coming to the conclusion of what you think is best. And then maybe it's not until you hit that rock bottom that you'll begin changing and making yourself better, but just understand that that is important, and it's a great opportunity when you recognize that is taking place to begin stepping up. So yeah, that's it. Kind of not really sure what I was gonna say in this video, but I think turned out well. So I guess I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching.